All right, you guys. So we're going to get into this ninth and final episode of Star Wars Visions. Has been an absolutely wonderful ride with this particular series, and I've enjoyed it immensely. I would not mind seeing a season two of Star Wars Visions. I think they've done an excellent job, not only with playing with the lore and some of the other aspects of Star Wars, maybe even stretching it a little bit. Just to have a little bit of fun with it. And they've actually made this particular series very, very enjoyable. If there was a what if series for the Star Wars universe, Star Wars Visions would be most definitely it. And again, I've enjoyed this particular series immensely, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get into this again, the ninth and final episode for Star Wars Visions. The name of this episode is going to be Akira. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. So we're going to get into this episode, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Star Wars Visions. Final episode. Been a great series so far, guys. Really, really nice. Akira. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Wow, is that a B-wing on fire? Whoa. Uh-oh. Starting off with action already. Nice. Nice. Really, really good. You know, I have to say, in regards to the animation style, for someone who doesn't deal with a lot of anime, I can say that, ooh, wow. Damn. Ooh, is it... But I have to say, with the animation style, there's only been one episode where the animation just quite wasn't to my liking. I can say the majority of these have been really, really great.
Finally, a Sith hidden among the royal family.
Tsubaki, why did you come?
Masago is a Sith Lord. It's impossible to defeat her alone. Allow me to go with you.
He's a Jedi. He helped us 5 years ago when we were attacked by Orochi.
Very nice visuals. Again, doing a really, really good job with the animation.
We're surrounded. There's no way out of here.
Hey, up here. There's a path across the mountain.
No, we can't do that. There's a reason why they call the area the place of the gods.
Uh-oh.
Tsubaki?
Uh-oh. What is this with these little things that he has? Ooh. That was nice. And it's now the seems the color palette has changed. It's like it's black and white. I don't know, that was weird. Is this a flashback?
I'd love to if I could, but I'm still working.
Well, princess. Did you think that by bringing your Jedi, you'd be able to avenge your pitiful father?
Damn.
You are the king's sister. How could you?
It was the right time. I was
Damn.
waiting for the perfect opportunity to come
She
along.
is a big
Masago,
woman.
you are to leave this planet right now and never return.
Is this a taste of that Jedi benevolence?
Damn. She is a monster.
You have talent, but you lack technique.
Oh man. Got they boy.
There is nothing that has not been fated.
Damn, they're taking her.
If you allow it, the dark side will awaken the true power that lies within you. You will join me. It is written. It is your destiny.
Okay, now it's getting a little clearer.
It's destiny.
No, it's not.
Who is that? That's being killed. That was her. It was the princess, wasn't it? I knew it. He sent her out there.
Without power, you can change nothing. You can gain it, though, by becoming my right hand. With you by my side, we will be able to rule together, and we will bring order to the galaxy. We can then protect the planet. We can protect your precious Misa as well.
Protect her. She's dead.
Are you sure? Why don't we try to save Misa together?
Please. Help me save her. My master.
Oh. And some Anakin and Palpatine type stuff going on right there. But how did they bring her back?
What did you do, Tsubaki?
I did what had to be done.
Shall we go, my apprentice?
This will be another story that needs to be finished. It's going to be an open-ended story. He's going to have the yellow eyes when he turns back to look at her. Well, that was interesting for a last episode. I thought it was a good episode. The animation was really, really good. Some of the fight scenes though weren't as epic as I would like them to have been. Some of the fight scenes where they were swinging the sword just didn't have that same impact as some of the other episodes and their fight scenes. It had somewhat of a simple story. We have a Jedi who's come back to help a friend regain their crown, her seat as a ruler, which was taken over by this Sith character, and I forget the name of the character. The Jedi was tricked into actually killing Akira, his friend, and they somehow were able to bring her back. And then of course we had kind of a Anakin Palpatine thing going on where he has to give his allegiance over to her in order to save the life of someone he loves, a friend that he's worried about. So that aspect of that episode was pretty good. Just kind of gave me Anakin and Palpatine vibes there. I wonder how they were able to resurrect her. Did they use the Force? That is something that we have not seen in the Star Wars universe. And that's one thing about this particular series. They have no problem with taking liberties with some of the lore, Force abilities, even some of the vehicles, as we saw in the Twins episode where we had the two Death Stars, which were bound together by a super weapon, which was a planet killer. So they've taken some very, very bold and giant leaps and steps with this particular series. But at the same time, they had a lot of fun with it. And it actually was, as a Star Wars fan, this was a very, very enjoyable series. And then in particular for this particular episode, I thought it was a very decent episode. I don't think this episode is going to make it into my top 5 out of these 9 episodes. but most definitely is a very solid and quality episode. And again, has an open-ended ending, which could lead us to some type of continuation of the story. So we'll see if that is something that they decide to do with the Star Wars Visions series. But the series as a whole, guys, I'm going to go ahead and combine my overall thoughts of the series along with this review of the final episode. But before I do that, I'm going to give my score for this particular episode. And my score for this particular episode is going to be a 8.0 out of 10. Again, a very solid episode. Not quite my favorite episode, but I did think it was a solid episode. The fight scenes, the choreography wasn't as spectacular as I would have liked it to be. The story itself was somewhat simple, but the ending does allow for some continuation of the story, which I would not mind seeing. So I did greatly enjoy this particular episode. But again, I'm not sure. I highly doubt that this particular episode would make my top 5 out of the 9 episodes that we received out of this series. But I did enjoy that episode quite a bit. And then my overall thoughts for the series as a whole, guys, I'm going to go into the review of the series as a whole. I really, really enjoyed this particular series. And as a whole, I would give this series a 9.0 out of 10. I thought the animation for the most part was great. I only had one episode where the animation wasn't quite what I would have enjoyed, but I know a lot of anime fans probably do enjoy that particular style of animation. That particular episode was TOB1, I believe, was the name of that episode, where the animation wasn't quite what I would have liked, but it was still a solid episode, very enjoyable. That particular episode may have been on the kiddish side, and probably that episode would be my least favorite out of the 9 episodes that we received out of this particular series. But still in all, if you're going to have one episode out of a 9 episode season of a series where maybe it just wasn't your cup of tea, I would think that that's probably a pretty good season for that particular series. And for me, this particular series was a really, really good series. So that's why I scored it a 9.0 out of 10. Again, my top 5 episodes, as I've been mentioning throughout my run of reactions to this particular series. For my top 5 videos for the series, again, number 1 is going to be The Duel. 2 is going to be The Ninth Jedi. Number 3 is going to be The Elder. Number 4 is going to be Lop and Ocho. To round out my top 5 is going to be the episode Twins, which for the animation, again, in that particular episode wasn't my favorite, but still in all, I thought that was a very solid episode. And I really do enjoy the liberties that they took, not only with the lore and lightsabers and the starships. I just thought they did a really excellent job. If you're going to exaggerate the Star Wars universe and have a little fun with it, I think that twin episode does just that. So again, very solid season for Visions, and I definitely would love to see a season 2 of Star Wars Visions. I'm not sure if any of these stories are going to be canon, but you can definitely, there's a couple of stories here that you could canonize, particularly The Ninth Jedi. I think that's a story that could probably be canonized. I thought that was really good. Also, The Elder. Again, guys, I really enjoyed this series. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you had as much fun with it as I have. And I would really like to hear your thoughts, not only on this particular episode, episode 9, Akira, for this series, but your overall thoughts for the series as a whole. Did you enjoy this series? Are you now becoming an anime fan because of this particular series? I'm not going to say that I'm going to go out and watch a bunch of anime just because I've enjoyed this particular Star Wars Visions series, but I will say that I can definitely get into some Star Wars anime if they decide to come out with a full-fledged series. I think it fits right in with the Star Wars universe, and I think this was a very, very good venture for the Star Wars franchise. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are in regards to the series Star Wars Vision as a whole. And guys, I want to thank you so much for taking this ride with me for Star Wars Visions, guys, and I hope you come back to the channel for more content. Definitely going to do more toy reviews. The toy reviews, Star Wars action figure toy reviews have been a little slow this year, obviously due to the pandemic and distribution. So my shipments have been slowly but surely coming in. However, we will continue to do those toy reviews for my toy collectors out there who enjoy that content, and the dioramas that we do with those toy reviews as well. And then, of course, we will continue with our reactions to all of the Star Wars content that we'll be getting on Disney Plus. I believe our next series is going to be the Book of Boba Fett, which will be coming out sometime in late December. And then, of course, we also have the Marvel content that will be coming up. I'm still doing my reactions to the What If. We also have the Hawkeye series that will be coming out fairly soon. So, of course, you want to stay tuned to the channel for all of those reactions if that is content that you're into. So please do make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And then, of course, you want to click that bell to get alerts whenever I upload my reactions and action figure reviews. But guys, again, I want to thank you so much for watching. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.